2020 was wild. Like, it felt like something straight out of a movie. Toilet paper mayhem, birthdays over Zoom. None of us had experienced anything like it before. Now, of course, I know we all had different experiences in 2020, but this is what it was like for me. I first started hearing about COVID in late February, early March. It was all the whispers in school with like teachers speculating on everything. My birthday is March 11th, so just like everything else that year, we decided to skip a party. But then, it started to get real.
No schools here in Philadelphia, no school for the next 2 weeks in the entire state of Pennsylvania.
Those 2 weeks quickly stretched to the entire school year, and we went fully online learning. And that's when my family said, all right, no more playing outside, it's time to stay in. The world just seemed to shut down overnight. Beaches closed, stores went dark, sports were canceled, people started wearing masks in public, and social distancing became the new normal. And let's not forget the toilet paper chaos. I remember thinking, like, why toilet paper? I still don't understand that one. And again, in this moment, everyone was like, a few weeks break, we'll be back to normal. Boy, were we wrong. Those weeks slowly turned into months. The streets outside grew quieter, then emptier. Stores and restaurants tried reopening, only to shut down again. Even celebrations changed. Birthdays didn't happen around the table anymore. They happened on Zoom, where half the time someone was either muted or frozen. Graduations turned into drive-by parades, where you're waving at people in a car as they drive by. These were milestones that we were supposed to remember forever, but they just felt distant because of social distancing. Okay. It's like the little things that we never thought twice about, we now had to think about. Life kind of just slowed down. Part of it felt relaxing, and the other side was kind of heavy. But as the year dragged on, things slowly started to shift.
Today, officials announced that swimming will be permitted starting July 1st.
Pennsylvania restaurants were given the green light to open back up at 50% capacity.
Life started to feel a little bit normal. And by normal, I mean nothing like it used to be. Just a little bit more predictable than before. You know, I got excited because sports came back. It was weird watching the games without fans at the stadium and hearing fake crowd noise, but it did feel like a little piece of normal life started to come back. And then came the holidays. Thanksgiving was not around a table, but on a Zoom call. Christmas was in person, but we were all spaced out wearing masks. I think around the holidays, it was more so about trying to keep traditions alive than to try and live just normal at that part. Like, you weren't going to get a normal life at that time, but just try and keep the traditions alive in a tough time. So looking back, like, 2020 was just weird. It was like a year that didn't feel real, like a different universe that we don't even think about now. It had all these small, strange moments that you look back on now and you're like, well, yep, that's 2020 for you. And if I'm being honest, ever since then, it kind of just feels like time's flown by. Like, that was 5 years ago. What happened in the last 5 years? Like, it feels like that was just yesterday, for being honest. It really was a memorable time, because it did have its moments of fun, but it also had its disappointments. And hopefully, we never have to experience this again, but it's an experience that we'll never forget.
I'm in it for the love, 'cause love it needs to touch it. You're pressing on my body. I'm in it for the love.